I recently posted my transformation on Instagram and you guys flooded my DMs. And you know I can't leave you unanswered, so that is what we'll be doing in this video today. A quick disclaimer, I am not a professional and none of this has to be taken as medical advice. I will be speaking about my own experience through my own journey. I also understand that this can be a sensitive topic because we will be talking about calories and other stuff. So if anything feels triggering, please feel free to leave this video and come back later when you're more prepared, because your mental health has to come first. This video is going to be a little bit longer than my usual videos, and that is because I will be spilling all my secrets today, from what I eat to how I stay consistent, and at the end I will be answering all your questions. Now before we start, just a heads up, my transformation took a really long time, so if you're looking for shortcuts and if you're looking to lose 30 pounds in 2 weeks, this might not be the video for you. But if you're serious about your goals and about making a change that lasts, please keep watching till the end. The first time I was able to stay consistent with my exercise was when I started walking more. I would try to get around 7,000 to 8,000 steps a day, and that was it. My diet was homemade food, nothing strict at all. Of course, when I moved to college, this habit broke and I had so easy access to so much junk food that I started gaining it all back. I've had multiple stories of this sort. Joined the gym but quit after a month, started a diet but couldn't sustain it, so many times that I have lost count. The only reason I'm telling you this is so that you understand that your past does not define your future. Just because your past attempts at consistency failed does not mean you're not capable of it. Maybe you just have the wrong approach. It all depends on your mindset. Let me tell you all the changes I made to stay consistent. I started following the right people online. Now this might seem very unimportant, but it was so crucial in my journey. When I saw people transform themselves, it gave me the hope and motivation to do the same. I would literally stalk their profiles until I get so motivated, so hyped up that I wanted to join the gym right away. So make sure you follow people who are either on the same journey as you or who have reached the goals you are aiming for. I started with home workouts. Going to the gym is a scary thought for a beginner, and it comes with many different levels of fear. The fear of looking like the odd one out amongst all these fit people, fear of being lost on even how to use these damn machines, the fear of falling off the treadmill, which actually happened to me once and it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I got right back up and people forgot about it. The worst fear is being judged for even being in the gym. I realized I didn't have the confidence to push through these insecurities yet, so I found the perfect loophole: home workouts. Now these were easy, no one was watching me, I could go according to my own pace, and I could do them whenever I got the time. Some days when I had the energy, I would do HIIT workouts, I would do dance workouts, and when I didn't have the energy, I would do simple stretches, yoga workouts. There are different workouts for every single level. Having so much flexibility made it so much easier to stay consistent and do these exercises every single day, which is what you should be aiming for if working out is overwhelming initially. On days where I absolutely didn't want to do workouts, I just went for long walks. The goal was to keep my body moving at all times. Next, I changed the little things. If you're starting out, it's hard to realize that fitness is more than just the exercises you do and the diets you follow. It has to become a lifestyle. And to make it a lifestyle, you have to start accommodating daily practices, small changes in your everyday life which make you more active. These changes for me look like walking home from college whenever I could, not keeping snacks in my room, so even if I really craved something to eat late at night, I would first have to go down and buy it. I deleted all the apps, and almost always the craving was not worth the effort of going down 3 flights of stairs and coming back up. If I did keep some snacks, for me, I always kept them in small quantities. So a pack of mini chocolates or just 1 packet of noodles. Because the thing is, when you're craving something, you almost always end up consuming way more than you need. Keeping things in small quantities helped me fulfill my cravings while also stopping me from overindulging. Another small change was taking the stairs instead of escalators or lifts. My favorite were the escalators at the metro stations because I would play this little game where I tried to reach before the people on the escalators. And because I gamified it, it was much more fun and I was more motivated to keep going. And even though these changes in itself didn't seem like much, they were contributing to a more active and healthy lifestyle. A lot of people even think I did some crazy diets to get here, but that is far from the truth. First, the videos you see are under 5 seconds, but it took me more than 2.5 years to get here. And I still have room for improvement. Secondly, if I changed through extreme diets, I wouldn't have been able to sustain them, and I say that from experience. I have tried strict diets a lot of times and they've only ended up making me feel guilty about food and anxious about food. In addition, being so strict with food was making me crave junk food even more. And of course, during the day I could control it, I could distract myself, but at night I would end up giving in to them. When I started taking fitness seriously, that was back in college, and I was eating everything. I would order from from outside a lot of times. I was eating a lot of Subway. My post-workout food was mostly from restaurants. And I was still losing weight because I was constantly moving. I was climbing so many stairs every single day. I was walking so much. And I would not skip my workouts no matter what. In fact, there have been times where I have come home from college very late and I worked out at 12 at night. All of this put me in a caloric deficit, and even though I was not calorie counting, that is the only explanation I can give you. And still, that wasn't right either. That was unhealthy weight loss because I was eating empty calories and tiring my body. That wasn't sustainable either. After I joined the gym, something in here clicked and I started being more mindful about my food. Not because I was being forced to, but because after tiring my body so much and after seeing what my body was capable of, I felt like I owed it proper filling food. I, to this day, refuse to follow any diet that makes me miserable or makes me anxious around food. It's just not worth it. Even if it helps you lose weight initially, it won't last. So basically, in a nutshell, I just try to work out every single day and I eat homemade food. I have even developed a taste for dark chocolates, so even if I want something sweet, I will just have a bite or two of dark chocolate. My point is, I don't stop myself from having anything at all as long as it's in moderation. Even the concept of cheat days isn't right for me because it makes you feel like you only have one day to eat everything before you have to go back to your week of restrictions. It's like a limited sale. You buy way more things than you need because you're just afraid that the sale will go away. The same thing happens even on cheat days because you're so afraid that it will go away from the next week that you eat more than you even need, which messes up your progress way more than if you just allowed yourself to eat a little bit here and there. So if you want a cookie, have a cookie. Otherwise, to avoid that, you will have a rice cracker, you will have dry fruits, you will have fruits, and in the end, you will have the whole pack of cookies. I have only been working out consistently for more than a year and a half, but my weight loss journey has been going on for much longer because these home workouts, these lifestyle changes, even though they're invisible to the passers-by, they are what prepared me. They are what gave me the discipline that was much needed once I started working out. Because by the time I had already built the habit of consistency and had fallen in love with how energized and active I felt after working out. In fact, this was the only time throughout my decades of trying workouts when I actually was able to stay consistent. Because at this point, I wasn't even trying to lose weight. I was more focused on how exercising made me feel than how it made me look. Losing weight was inevitable. At this point, I just don't like to not work out because it makes me feel lethargic, and I don't like that when I'm climbing the stairs, I'm always panting so much, and that feeling of always being active, of always feeling young is what keeps me consistent. In addition to physical benefits, working out has also helped me build confidence and self-love. I no longer worry if I gain weight after a vacation. I will eat as much as I want to because I know that once I get back, I will be back on my habits and then I will lose weight. Just like I did not gain all that weight with pizza, I will not lose it if I have a slice or two. As long as I keep moving my body every single day and eat balanced diet, keyword is balanced, I will lose weight. Your workouts should never feel like you're punishing yourself because you can never be consistent at that. Just a side note before we get to your questions, please don't compare your fitness journey with someone else's. Everyone has different body types, different genetics, different metabolism rates, and there's nothing you can do about it. Your body will look different from someone else's. Even though striving for improvement is great, wanting to completely look like someone else is very unhealthy. As long as you live a healthy and active lifestyle, you eat right, you will reach your desired look. But it's important to know that our bodies are forever changing and it's okay to allow them to change. Our body is always doing so much to accommodate all the changes in our life. The least we can do is be kind to it. It's time to answer all the questions you guys sent me on Instagram. Once again, I am not a medical expert, I am not a professional trainer, and none of this is to be taken as medical advice. These answers are from my journey and what worked for me, and your journey can be a little bit different from mine, though the basics will remain the same. So here we go. Someone asked, how do I stay consistent with my diet and exercise? I believe this video so far will have answered that for you. But just to sum it up, don't pick exercises that feel like punishment. Instead, do the ones you enjoy. So for me, I don't like running at all, so I will do skipping instead. Same with diets. Don't follow diets that leave you tired and drained and exhausted and wanting more food. Instead, eat in balance and fill up on nutritious food so you're full longer. Instead of completely killing your cravings, have them in moderation. Understand that this is a marathon, not a sprint. It will take time and you will hit plateaus. You will slow down in between. You will feel uninspired, but but that's where discipline comes in. If you want to, you can take a friend along, or you can make a friend at the gym so you both can keep each other accountable. Try wearing gym clothes even when you don't want to go, because chances are once you're in your clothes, you will end up working out. The second question, and there were a lot on this, was how did I lose my face fat? There's no such thing as spot reduction, so when I lost weight, I lost it all over my body, my face included. I did initially do some face exercises from YouTube, but I didn't stick to them, so I can't really tell you how effective they were. I used Gua Sha for a while though, and even though I didn't stick to it either, I did feel that for the while when I was using it, it did tone my face a little bit, so you can go and try that. The third question was about not being able to lose fat in certain areas and being stuck on a weight. Like I said, you cannot spot reduce fat from your body, so when you do lose weight, it will go from every part of your body slowly and steadily. Certain parts do take longer than others, but it will reduce for sure. For the weight, it is very normal to hit a plateau. My weight came down 5 kgs initially, but then it remained consistent at that weight for the entire year, even though I was working out. Still, my clothes were loose. That's because if you're trying to look slimmer, chances are you're not trying to lose body weight, you're trying to lose body fat. So the scale can move or not move, but your inches might be going down. It's a good idea to take your measurements as well to compare instead of just looking at the scale. It took me the longest to lose face fat, and even my arms are still a little bit flabby, and I'm still working on them. All I can say is stick to your workouts and stay patient. Don't change your exercises every week and try to get on progressive overload. Along with that, make sure you're eating right, because it's 20% exercise, 80% diet. And by diet, I mean nutrient-rich food, not starving yourself. The next question was, did I see stretch marks on my body, and did they clear up after I lost weight? And yes, I do have a lot of stretch marks on my body, and no, they did not clear up, and neither did I try to get them to clear up, because it's very normal to have stretch marks when you lose or gain weight rapidly. For me, it's like a sign of my victory to see what my body is actually capable of, so I've never really tried to remove them, so I don't think I can help you with that. I suppose they will fade over time, but I'm not actively trying to clear them. The next question was how to get rid of loose skin. So chances are your body will adjust itself over time to accommodate for the loose skin. For now, you can try strength training, as it will help you build muscle mass, which will lower the appearance of loose skin on your body. Next question is, how much weight did you lose and how long did it take? It took around 2.5 years to get from where I was initially, the pictures you see in my transformation, to now, but I've only been working out at the gym for about more than 1.5 years, and within the past year I've had various fluctuations in my body weight. I did gain 5 kgs recently because of a lot of family functions, but like I told you, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just get back to my old habits till I lose the weight again. The next question was about doubts on where and how to start and gaining the courage to go to the gym. So I have made an entire video that answers all of these questions together, but to make it short, start with an activity you enjoy. It doesn't have to be the gym, it can be dancing, it can be going for walks, it can be playing a sport, etc. Then move on to home workouts and keep increasing your challenge levels, because even with home workouts, they can be challenging or they can be easy. So try to go on to more challenging home workouts. Once you're comfortable with that, feel free to go to the gym. Start with treadmill and cardio, and while you're on the treadmill, look around and see what other people are doing. This will give you an idea of how people work out at the gym, how the machines work, etc., and get you overall more familiar with everything. If machines are still too scary, you can always do the same exercises with free weights, with dumbbells, and also with resistance bands. Start there and then move on to machines. Don't be afraid of asking people for help, because people love giving advice for free, so don't shy away from asking for help. Next question was how to stay motivated. So what helped me stay motivated, like I mentioned before, was following people who were on the same journey as me. It also helped to keep clothes that I really wanted to wear but I knew I couldn't yet. Just looking at them made me motivated to go to the gym every single day, but make sure you're only doing that with acceptance of your current self. Another thing I like to do is get cute gym clothes and make proper fits so that I can romanticize the process. I will literally go so far as to play these songs in the background and apply mascara, a little bit of lip gloss to make it an entire event. Even after all that, like I said, there will be days where you won't be motivated at all. Just show up on those days and you will become more disciplined. The next question is if you'll lose weight with weightlifting, if you aren't allowed to do cardio. I don't do much cardio myself. I prefer weightlifting. Recently, I've been trying to incorporate a little bit of cardio after my workouts, not before because it tires me out for strength training. And all I have to say is yes, the weight I've lost has been through weight training only. I didn't do cardio at all. I would just walk and climb stairs. That's just active lifestyle. But apart from that, I wasn't doing any cardio at the gym until recently, and I did lose weight. So yes, absolutely you can lose weight, but make sure you do so with a personal trainer to avoid any injury. Make sure to focus on stretches and mobility even if you're just doing weightlifting. The next question joins with this question. It's from someone who has bad ankles and can't exercise standing up. So I have disc issues and I would often work out sitting. So yes, you can do your workouts sitting with dumbbells and just do so with a trainer. This is not a professional opinion, but if you think you just have mobility issues, focus on your flexibility. But if any exercise causes pain or too much discomfort, please stop doing it. I stopped deadlifting because of my back, so it's okay not to do certain exercises that don't suit you. There are plenty of exercises that you can do just sitting. You can do your curls just sitting, you can do your raises just sitting. There are a lot of exercises. You can ask your trainer for that. The next question is how to lose 10 kgs by April. In my experience, though possible, this is an unhealthy amount of weight to lose in just 3 months, and I will not recommend you do that. Instead of trying to stick to a number on the scale, I suggest that you simply get up and get started. Try a combination of weight training and cardio after that for maximum efficiency. Cut down on your processed food, on your sugary drinks. If you drink alcohol, try to cut down on that. I'm not asking you to quit anything, please don't do that, but instead try to reduce your intake at a comfortable rate. Drink more water. Start incorporating these lifestyle changes that I mentioned into your everyday life. Stop looking at the scale, and you can also keep your measurements to look at later on, but try not to look at them too often because it can be discouraging, because weight loss takes time. Check it after months if you absolutely have to, but if you do all these things consistently, you will look slimmer by April. The last question is, how did I gather the courage to go to the gym? So I tried finding somebody to go with initially, but it didn't really work out. The person left after 2 weeks, and then I had to go alone, and everything was so new. I was a little bit anxious, but I just asked for guidance. After I got home, I would look up these exercises, understand how these things worked, and as I progressed, I learned more and more, and the more I learned about muscle-mind connection, the more my posture improved. At this point, I have the courage to join any gym because I know the basics of everything, and I know that if I get lost, I can just ask somebody for help. The more you face your fears, the more courage you'll end up gaining. Don't worry if it feels uncomfortable at first, because I was really scared at first, but do it anyway. Courage will follow. If I missed any questions, please comment down below and I will try my best to answer them. In the end, it's hard to see the little changes. Even after 6 months of consistently working out at home, a lot of my friends couldn't see the difference, but I felt the change. I felt more active, more energetic, and happier overall. Weight loss is a play of patience and discipline, because even when you're not seeing any changes right away, you keep going, and in the end, it's always worth it. Doing anything in extreme or too quickly and trying to find shortcuts will only make the process longer for you. And I say this with experience. I have tried every fad diet. I have tried every clothing challenge only to fall back in my old habits. If you follow this video and make the lifestyle changes, I promise you, go slow and steady and you will see a change that will last. All these changes I made weren't made in a day. These compounded over time to make me look this way today. When I post my transformations, people ask me a lot of times how many days it took, and it took me longer than a day. It took me longer than a month. It took me longer than 2 years. And I'm still on the journey. None of this is to say I was ugly when I was overweight, because beauty is far deeper than your outer appearance and the number on the scale. But I like to believe in making improvements where improvement is possible, which is what I did. And if your resolution for this year is to lose weight and you keep falling in a slump, I have an entire video for you. You can watch it right here. All the best on your fitness journey. Please go slow and steady, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!